Hey everyone, welcome back to the Miser's Guide to Evony. In today's video, I'm going to be trying another game. I tested this over the period of a couple of days. It's called World of Tanks Blitz. Not the kind of game, honestly, that I would normally play. It's closer to like a first-person shooter, but you're actually like a tank. And I don't usually play those kinds of games. But in this series of trying other games, I want to make a very wide variety of different kinds of games in case you want to try them out. So I'm trying these things out so that you don't have to, and you can kind of see right away whether it's something that you would enjoy or not. So I played this over a period of a couple days, and I'm just going to go through and kind of give my general thoughts on it. This is the introduction to the game that we're watching right here. You play your first battle and stuff, and what I find initially with this, and I'm not bad at first-person shooters or something. I'm decent, slightly above average. I performed really well in all of these battles, probably because I'm matched against people that are, similarly starting out and they're not great. It's really, honestly, quite hard to control the tanks because you have your motion on the left, so you're going forward in whichever way your tank is facing. You can kind of see me turning and stuff, but then you also have your turret or whatever the thing is called at the top that you're turning on with the thumb on the other hand, and so you're controlling two different modes of view, one for your actual positioning and the other one for your aiming. So your screen changes with your aiming. As you can see, there's like in the middle there's kind of like an aiming crosshairs, but your body will move. So you might move like this, and then now forward means you're going to be actually going backwards at an angle. It's kind of weird. It takes a while to get used to, but it's not bad, actually. I enjoyed it. The one thing that I really don't like about first-person shooters in general is just that when people get really good at them, you just keep dying. And it gets really boring to be placed with people that are, really way better than you are. And then you just run around and, boop, I'm dead. Oop, I'm dead. The nice thing about this game is that with tanks, you're not dead one shot. You can adjust, you can make positioning corrections, you can use different kinds of tactics, and you can mess around quite a bit more without having to restart. In this initial match, the first match that I ever played here, I think it was kind of funny. I slowed down a bit at this point because I think it was everyone on my team had been eliminated, and I was the only one left, and there were 3 enemies left. And like that's why I said I'm pretty sure I was playing against people that were, matched to be beginners as well, because I just finished off killing 2 of them, and I'm down to 200 hit points left. There's 1 guy left, and I'm like, let me just play around with line of sight and kind of mess with him a little bit, see how far I can get down. So I'm just hugging behind a rock, and then I'll come out to shoot. I'll just peek out, and I'm waiting for my crosshairs to kind of match up. It's kind of a tricky thing, and then I'll shoot you. You're right in the open. And see, I hit his track, which makes it so he can't move so much. Now I'm trying to get back behind the rock so he can't shoot me, which he can't. Then I go around the other side and pop him here. And then I hide again. He can't shoot me because there's a rock in the way. So it was kind of fun to do that kind of thing. But I'm guessing that'll only work for beginner stuff. And then, oh, look, he learned a little bit. He went behind a rock too. And now I can't hit him, but he shoots. I'm like, okay, he's got to reload. I'm going to go hit him. Now I'm going to go behind this rock. And now he's trying to come and sneak around so that he can actually hit me. But one thing that's interesting that I also learned is when you're really close to somebody, you can't really shoot them because your crosshairs are kind of above and it's hard to actually hit them. So that's a tactic that I started using later, is when I'm fighting 2 versus 1, I put my tank right basically on top of somebody, and I'll shoot at the other guy, because now it's a 1 versus 1, because he can't really hit me anymore because I'm too close. So it was really fun to learn those little tactics. And I only had an initial glimpse of the game because I didn't play it to like the end stages and stuff. It's not the kind of game that I personally would play religiously, but it is fun. I kept it on my phone. It is fun to play. Like, oh, I have an hour. There's really nothing much to do in Evony right now. There's downtime. I don't have anything else to do. Yeah, I'll play it. Why not? So after you finish your first match, you choose a tank, and it doesn't really matter what you choose. It's just messing around with. I fast forwarded a lot of this, so you'll see things. Look how fast the seconds are going. But I wanted to show you kind of how the matches play out at the beginning. But also, I wanted to get to the point where you get to see the shop, what you can purchase, what purchasing power actually looks like, customizations, and that sort of thing. So we'll get into that in a little bit. But as this thing bounces around and you can kind of see how they play out, there's different maps, and even the way that you hit people matters. So if you hit them directly in the center, you might pierce the armor, you might not. If you hit them to the side, your aim's a little off, it might ricochet. You could hit their track, which could immobilize them or slow them down, and you'll get immobilized, but your crew inside of the tank will eventually fix it, and then you'll be able to move again. So there's like different ways you can hit people. It's pretty interesting, actually. Let's see where are we at right now. I think it told me you didn't see because it went forward real quick, but it told me at that point that in a couple more matches I'll get a garage, and I was like, oh, let's check that out. Let's keep going. And yeah, I've got initially the sense of what this game is about, but let's check out the garage because that might be interesting. So I decided to keep going, and okay. So I'm in another match. I'm peeking around. Oh, look, I broke somebody's track. He can't move for a little bit. He's stuck, so I can peck him a few more times with some shots, and hey, I finish him off real quick. Hit another guy on the track. Another track. He can't move so well, and broke his track. I'm hiding again. Like, it was fun to use these little tactics, but I will say it was very difficult to learn how to move, and even after you figure it out, sometimes you just like turn around and you're like, where am I going? I'm bumping into walls and stuff. Got to reposition. It was definitely challenging, but it's something that you'd get used to after a little while. That was a fun shot just over the corner. Yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about before. They're a little too close together, so they can't hit each other. So I'm staying back like a tank sniper and making sure I get my shots. And so there's you see that little white dot in the middle of my screen? That white dot is where you're pointing, but it's not where you're going to be firing. What you need to get is your crosshairs on the actual tank. And there's color coding and stuff that matters too. Okay, so I finished the one for the garage. This is like the introductory video. Yeah, it tells you choose your tanks, and you can upgrade and customize and go according to whatever you prefer. There's fast ones, slow ones, heavy ones, all kinds of different kinds. And I didn't get to see it, but there's like special abilities and things that you get to do later. Let's see, cool modes, abilities. I didn't get to see any abilities because I didn't go far enough yet. But yeah, it's a very interesting concept. I wish I would have seen some at least basic abilities already. But it's cool to know that there is that kind of thing later. I think I fast forwarded the video quite a bit, or I turned it off and then I kind of came back because it was like a gigabyte or 2 gigabytes to download, and my internet these days is not too great. I moved to a new location, so it actually took quite a while to download for me. So I paused the video and then I resumed a little bit later so we could check out the shop and all that. And I will say that in this series, I'm doing some videos that are just different games that people suggest in Discord that I try out, focusing more on mobile games, since most of the people that watch this channel would play mobile games. And I'm trying to do a mix of games that would be interesting to spenders and non-spenders. So this one is, in my opinion, It's kind of a mild spender game. I don't think that the purchase power in here is huge. If you spend money, you're not going to be, crazy above everybody else like in Evony. Evony, if you're a big spender, you're going to be unbeatable. I mean, as long as you're not an idiot. So in this game, that's not really the case. At least that's the sense I get. You can still have fun. You can still be pretty competitive in this game, regardless of the spending that you do. If you want to spend, there's a lot you can do. You can get new tanks. They come out with new tanks all the time, all kinds of different customizations and improvements and so on. But it doesn't kill the game like it does in Evony. So that's a really nice thing that I like, because I'm not a heavy spender in these games. So I do like a game such as that where there's play for everybody. You start in Evony and you're on a server with everyone that's a massive spender and you're not a big spender, you're never going to get anywhere. But in this game, you can still have quite a bit of fun. Like every game, there's tons of things to click. It gets really overwhelming, and I didn't really know where to go around, but I did find things like camouflage and consumables and different upgrades and ammunition that can change the impact on the game, not in a way that's going to be, changing everything, but yeah, like using currency that is available to everybody. You get currency through doing quests and just for doing dailies and that kind of thing. So there's a lot you can do. This is a game that you can get through the Huawei AppGallery. So if you are a spender, I would definitely check out the instructions. I'll put instructions in the description. It's the same as in Evony, where you follow those instructions, you get AppGallery the way that I set up there, and then in my referral link, it will have like an installation within the actual referral. So you can install through there, and that will open you up to different coupons and things in the future. I'm not going to track it like I do in Evony, but it'll tell you in AppGallery. So if you want to do spending and you want to get coupons and you want to get your 10% back and all that stuff that you normally get through Evony, you can set it up through the referral link, and then you'll save money that way too. So that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll make sure to do a bunch more review videos of different kinds of games in the future that you might be interested in. And if you do have any suggestions, just pop them into Discord or send me a message and I will check them out. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.